Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi, I've got a little guest with us right now because she just really, oh look, there you are. It is working. We're up and live. She just wanted to join us and say hi to everybody because she's usually locked away in her room during these broadcasts and kept very quiet. But Kaylin wanted to come and say hi to everybody. So go ahead.
Hi.
Hi. Alrighty. So now she's gonna go over to her room and go play some Uno with Brother Aylesworth, and we're gonna get started on our workshop today. So we are working on Integrity 2, which is going to be doing a self-assessment. And if you checked your emails today, I sent out the printable worksheet that goes with this value experience, but you need to have this. So the worksheet that we will be filling out today, which has all of the questions that we're going to be going over for this value experience, and down here in these two sections are going to be, we're going to fill in some responses about what you're going to do. So we're going to go over all of these questions and make it really easy and get this value experience done right now, and it'll be awesome. So, like I said, we're working on integrity number 2, and it's a self-assessment on your personal integrity. And the very first question is, do I avoid gossip? Some examples of gossip are talking about people behind their backs, making negative suggestions when somebody's around, kind of like, or even when somebody's not around, like, why is she wearing that, or why is she doing that, or those kinds of things, and spreading rumors about people, right? Sometimes we hear something from someone, and it's like, whoa, I've got to go tell somebody, can you believe that so-and-so did this, or said this, or whatever. And those are all forms of gossip that we really should be avoiding. We really shouldn't be talking about other people in a negative way, behind their backs especially. So now on your questionnaire, we've made it really simple. Basically, for each question, you're just going to check off over here either yes, sometimes, or no. And I really want you to encourage you girls to be honest with yourselves. This is only for you. I'm not going to look at these. Nobody else is going to look at these. These questions are for you and only you. So really take the time to self-assess, right? Look at yourself and where you are and really answer these questions and try to be as truthful as you can. The next question is, do I avoid inappropriate jokes? And so, jokes that are crude, use crude humor, we should really be avoiding. Jokes about other people, making fun of people is never nice. Definitely counts as inappropriate. So those are the kinds of jokes that we should be avoiding. So, and the next question is, do I avoid swearing and profanity? So basically, using clean language, right? Not cursing, not cussing. Those are all things that we know we shouldn't be doing. And the next question is, do I avoid being light-minded about sacred subjects? So now this question is kind of one of those like, wait, what? What does that mean, right? So basically what this is talking about is your beliefs and how you talk about your beliefs, right? So do you care enough about your beliefs to show it, or do you kind of just like downplay it, right? So there are some things that we do as Latter-day Saints that are different than a lot of our friends do, or a lot of the people around us do. And that's okay, but I think sometimes, or a lot of times, we can kind of just downplay what we believe and kind of just brush it off and be like, yeah, I just don't do that. And that's fine. But to be light-minded about it and like kind of treat it as if it weren't that important to you is the thing that we kind of want to try to avoid. And I really like thinking about this subject as not just something to be like, oh yeah, I don't do that, and take it a step further and try to make a teaching opportunity out of it, right? A lot of our friends are genuinely interested in learning about that. So if you find that it's a good opportunity to teach about your belief, I definitely encourage you to do that. The next question is, am I completely truthful? So this comes down to honesty, right? Am I being honest to my friends, to my family, to my leaders? Am I honest to myself? These are all really good questions to ask. Are you trying to, justify certain decisions that you're about to make or trying to make? Those are questions you can ask yourself to answer if you are being completely truthful. And the next question is, am I morally clean? And so this basically comes down to, do I keep the commandments? Do I stand for what I believe? Am I keeping the commandments that I know that I should be, like the word of wisdom and the law of chastity and all of the things that we promise to do? And do I really stand for what I believe? I think that's a great question to ask yourself. Go to the next question of, am I honest? So one question was, am I completely truthful? And this one is, am I honest, right? So Brother Aylesworth and I were kind of like, well, wait, what's the difference? And we're looking it up and trying to figure out what the difference between being honest and being truthful is, and obviously they're very similar and they're very linked. But ultimately, kind of what some of the definitions were, we're talking about that being truthful is actually saying the truth and actively telling the truth, and honesty could be not telling lies. So obviously, if you're being truthful, you are going to be honest. So. And the next question is, am I dependable? So am I following through on my commitments? And I being those other things that we just talked about? And am I being honest? Am I being truthful? Because those are the things that people, they can't depend on you if they don't think that you're telling the truth or being honest. And they can't depend on you if you're constantly, not following through with the things that you've told them you were going to do. So, and then the next question is, am I trustworthy in my schoolwork? So, some things we can ask ourselves are, do I cheat off of my friends? And with the same token, do I let other people cheat off of me and my work? Sometimes that's hard to do when you've got a really good friend who maybe didn't complete an assignment and who really quick before class wants to take a look at your paper. It's probably not being trustworthy in your schoolwork, right? The last question, at least in the questionnaire section, is, am I trustworthy in other activities? So outside of school and everything else, am I trustworthy? Can people trust me? Can they depend on me? And anything else that I do, whether it be sports or clubs or activities that you're involved in at church or at work. It's really important to be trustworthy among your friends, your coworkers, your coaches, your teammates, your classmates. It's really important. And so, based on the questions that we've kind of taken a look at and hopefully answered honestly, right, and took a really good look at ourselves and where we currently are, we're going to answer these two sections. Let me pull them up. So these two sections, right, the ones that we're going to be filling out right here. How can I improve my personal integrity, and what new habits do I want to develop? So there are a lot of different ways you can improve your personal integrity. You can look at the things on this list that you may be following into the sometimes category or into the other category that's the opposite of what we know we should be doing. And those are things that we know that we can improve. But sometimes it's just like doing little things, right? It's, you know, being a little bit more honest in things that you're doing in general, not just all the time that has to do with other people that other people can hold you accountable for. Like something Brother Aylesworth and I were talking about this, is about like something as simple as paying for a song or a movie that you could otherwise download for free on the internet, or just, you know, it could be anything. And so what I really want you to do is to identify what you need to work on, right? And actively seek opportunities to improve on that and practice that. And a great thing to do is for the next Fast Sunday to fast for strength to overcome whatever challenge that you're trying to overcome, so we can build better character. We can follow the Savior better and follow in His example. And so when we think about those ways that we can improve, we want to really identify what new habits do we want to develop, right? What new things should we do to help us increase our integrity? And so I know for me personally, when I did this and started kind of analyzing like where I stand, it reminded me of this story that someone had told me. I don't know if it was in a talk or, but they had mentioned that this woman had been mentioning that one of the things that she struggled with was kind of gossiping and not agreeing with people if she couldn't, or not liking people that she didn't always agree with, right? And she had a hard time with having respect and showing love for people who she couldn't agree with, or wanted to gossip about how they did something, or so-and-so did this, or so-and-so did that. So something that she decided to do is force herself to think about the good in that person before she would say anything bad. And 99% of the time, focusing on that aspect and seeing the good in somebody usually eliminated all those bad feelings about that person, and it made her not want to say that thing that she was about to say because it wasn't worth it anymore. You know, it might have been said in the moment, but she paused and really looked at them, I think the way that Christ would look at somebody and see the good in them, right? And that changed her whole outlook on life. And I don't know why that popped into my head, but I think that's something, a new habit that I want to kind of try to develop. So whatever you come up with, write it down, and once you've got this all filled out, this one is done, and so super easy, right? And let me know so we can get this one checked off and get you some points for our summer challenge. And I know a lot of you were like, what? There's an awesome prize and there's only 2 weeks left. And I know this is 1 week, so next week is when we will be totaling up all of the points. But I've got an extra little surprise for you guys. I decided to come up with a second and third prize. I know some of you wanted to catch up. So for the person who gets the second number of points for personal progress for the summer challenge will get this dry erase board with some markers. And then third prize is this awesome pencil pouch, which has some really fun stickers and a rubber band bookmarker and magnets and some washi tape and these really cool metallic, I don't know if you can see it, metallic pencils and notepads. So this will be the third place prize. And yeah, then our summer challenge will be over as you guys are preparing to head back to school. And that's not it though. I've been talking to Sister Koyman, and we're going to come up with a really fun activity to kick off the school year and kind of plan some more personal progress goals for the school year. And so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I am going to give you a sneak peek, and it's going to be really fun. So if you attend that, this is one of the things you're going to get. So that's all I'm going to show you, and you're going to have to stay tuned to see what we do. But it's going to be really fun. So I think that's it. Let me know if you've checked it off, and will get you those points. And until then, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye, everyone.